Warning, the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Okay, now see, Random, if you're going to continue with the funny emojis and all of this nefarious shit, I'm going to block your ass.
Looks like your boy's pissed, and you're about to find out all about why in episode 8 of BIGMAD, Edward Joseph, and the reboot of the Goofy.
Many people has had so many concerns, people, about this case, and I thought that tonight will be open mic.
And boy, does this Goofy got a trick up his sleeve today.
If you want to come on to the live, just click the link, come and talk about whatever that you want to talk about. I promise you, I won't scream and holler and things. I will just hear you out.
He's not going to scream and holler. Your boy started the video off with a lie, but his guest is priceless.
Because everybody viewed this case in a different lens, which is okay. Because whatever lens that you look at it in, that is the lens that you believe.
And since we all know how he looks at this case, it's safe to say he got his lenses from the local crackhead.
People, as I've always said, Kanika Jenkins has never walked the halls of that establishment. And on every live, I will keep reiterating that point.
And we need to keep reiterating the point that your boy's a dumbass, because the mom said,
like I said, so many conspiracy theories. Some people said that's not even her on the video. You do believe it was your daughter on the video?
Yes.
Okay.
Because that is what I truly believe. After many years of looking at this content, many years of going back and forth and talking to different ones.
Many years. Go back and watch this dude's oldest video. It's 5 months old. Your boy's full of shit.
I did the review upon the death photos. And the death photos shown that the pictures was taken the night of the 7th, which pretty much goes in line with that of a body that is being decomposed on the gurney, as we can see in the kitchen.
Now, there's plenty of pictures of Kanika's body on the internet. None of them show her body decomposing. But since your boy's been thoroughly debunked and everything else he said, he had to come up with a new script. And trust, this one's hilarious.
Island Girl 49, how are you? This is open mic tonight. It is good to see you come in. It is good to know that I have all of my faithfuls coming in and sharing into the narrative and things.
Now, since this Island Girl is one of his regulars, that means she would have had to be around for the last 5 months. So why is he so excited that she's in the chat right now? Well, you're about to find out.
You all think TM is guilty for setting up Kanika? Do you think that Lenore had anything to do with Kanika's setup as well?
And other than the voices in his head, does he have any proof that they did anything at all? Nope.
What do you guys think?
That's your whole Goofy. Thanks for asking.
Island Girl 49 says, yes, I know. They both set her up. And you know something? That's exactly what I think as well. I think that they both literally was there at the night of the night for the ritual.
Like I say, dumbasses think alike. And now your boy wants you to believe they were having a ritual at the Crown Plaza.
I believe that they were there at the night of the ritual, but I don't believe that TM was there at the time to when Kanika was there on the 6th. Because as you can see, she was having a good time with her twin, celebrating, knowing that Kanika was going to meet her demise pretty soon.
Yeah, and where did Goofy come up with this dumb shit? He literally just made all that up in his own head.
Now, peoples, let me ask you a question. How many of you in here actually think that Kanika was dumped in the dumpster?
Well, since you're soon to find out that his followers are just as crazy as he is, then they'll buy anything.
Because, you know, they said that it was in a report that Kanika was dumped in a dumpster. She was assaulted at Doubletree, and she was kind of knocked out or unconscious or something, but they said that she was dumped in a dumpster, so...
Well, you don't have to waste your time looking for that report, because it doesn't exist. And don't wait for your boy Ed to show you proof of this shit, because he won't.
Island Girl is going to be added to the stream. So there's Island Girl.
Meet Island Girl, Ed's new partner in crime. And when you see the scheme they cooked up in the background, you're gonna love it. So light it up now.
Hello, everybody. I'm Island Girl 49, and I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
Sounds like Island Girl's already heavily medicated. And once you hear her story, I think you'll agree.
Okay, so I just found out who Kenneka Jenkins was last year.
Yeah, remember she said that shit, because they're going to be real important as this story goes on.
I work for the Chicago Medical Examiner Office.
Man, you can't write this no better. Right after your boy Ed got exposed, he just so happens to have somebody that works at the medical examiner's office call him. Problem is, she already fucked the lie up from the start. But I'll let Chloe tell you.
She worked for the Chicago Medical Examiner's Office, not the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office. Now, I looked it up, and there's no such thing as the Chicago Medical Examiner's Office.
And in 2017, when they brought Kenneka Jenkins' body in, I seen her, but I didn't know at the time who she was.
See, what you're witnessing here is a classic J for Pay move. It's called the insider. Once they get exposed and all that information is debunked, they need to come back and save face. So what they do is they find an insider who has this information. They all do it. Check it out.
What's up? It's your boy, Just 33 Kings Production. Hey, I got my homie right here, Q, and he gonna share his input about what happened in the Kenneka Jenkins case. He's straight from Chicago.
Got a special update going, you know what I'm saying, with Kenneka's cousin. Everybody, he right here, you know what I'm saying. This King Moosey.
Yeah, bless.
Bless up, King Moosey.
Worker at the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office. From what I was sent is that Kenneka Jenkins was found with 3 different types of male sperm.
I have been approached by the Crown Plaza representative.
Hey y'all. Okay, so I had gotten a response from the anonymous emailer from the party.
Somebody inside that hotel room sent me a message.
Hey, we got an interview with Mayana.
And somebody that personally know this girl, Irene, was in the room with her. I had got a hold to her through one of my cousins. And the girl that was actually in the room, I'm not going to say her name.
Like I always say, same story, different fraud.
And I was telling my friend, the girl that was in the freezer, that wasn't the girl who they brought in. It was the girl that was on your page, on that page, the decomposed body.
And since the so-called decomposing body is based off of Ed's shitty-ass picture, we all know your girl's full of shit.
It was that body that they brought in, and they had the name Kenneka Jenkins. So I didn't know if that was her or not. I was just going off the name tag.
So it's been years since Kenneka died. And since your girl said from the start,
I didn't know at the time who she was.
But now after browsing the internet and watching one of Ed's videos, she just miraculously remembers the name Kenneka Jenkins in a decomposing body. But as a so-called medical professional, she called it a name tag and not a toe tag. Come on, people.
Wow, that is absolutely interesting.
That's only interesting to people with the IQ of 0.
Yeah.
See how God works in mysterious ways? Now we have a person who literally confirmed that is Kenneka and that she have literally seen her body.
This woman hasn't even confirmed that she is who she says she is. How are you just going to say you work at the medical examiner's office to this day, but yet you show no proof of it?
Now, could you give us some idea as to the decomposed body and what state that it was in so that people can know for themselves that her body was really decomposed?
Now, I know those of you out there with more than one brain cell knows for a fact that Kenneka's body wasn't decomposed. But let's see this picture that he's basing his decomposed theory off of.
Body that is being decomposed on the gurney, as we can see in the kitchen.
You looking at the face of a whole goofy. Your boy went and took a shitty YouTube video, took a screenshot of it, blurred it out even more, and told you Kanika's face is decomposing. The funniest part, that when you play the actual tape, judging by the camera position, you can see full well there's no way of getting a clear shot of Kanika's face at all, nor the other people in the far background. And since there's pictures of Kanika's body all over the internet, here's one from in the freezer, here's one at the funeral home. Neither one shows the decomposing face at all.
So if she just died, people, how and why did the freezer picture and the picture in the funeral home don't look like the gurney picture?
And what we need to be asking him is, why is he showing us this blurry ass gurney picture when there's clear gurney pictures like this just floating around the internet? I mean, look at the shit he's showing you. You can't even make out Teresa's face or anybody else in the picture, yet he wants you to believe it's a decomposing body.
Her face was decomposed. We didn't get a chance to really see her body, not yet. But the first thing we seen was her face. Her face looked like somebody had beaten her.
Now we're gonna play along with this dumbass story. If her face was decomposed, how can you tell anybody was beating her in the first place?
We took her to the back so they could do an autopsy. And when they took her away from under the cover and took her off the thing.
You would think somebody that worked at the medical examiner's office all these years would know what a gurney's called and wouldn't call it the thing.
She was cut up.
Don't expect to see any proof of that.
She was cut up. Her body was cut up. And at the time, my boss, he was like,
looks like your girl's fucking up the story again, but I'll let Chloe tell you about that one also.
He, your boss, is a he. No, ma'am. I ain't even gonna try to pronounce her name, but she has been the boss for many, many years, and she is still the boss now.
He didn't know what to say because he was like, is this some kind of joke?
No, the joke would be these two's credibilities.
And I'm like, somebody did they already did an autopsy on her? Because where you cut from side to side and then a long line down the middle.
How does she work in a medical examiner's office and she doesn't even know the proper term to the procedures?
It looked like someone had already autopsy on her. So I asked him, I said, well, did she get an autopsy done already? And he was like, she's not supposed to. We're supposed to be the one to do the autopsy on her. But she was cut up. And I truly believe someone did an autopsy on this girl already.
It's like these frauds don't even try to come up with a good lie. Her autopsy report is online for anybody to see.
All right, well, Mr. Eagle Eye, I'm gonna need you to get a copy of your panel guest schedule and credentials, because it clearly states right here that the Office of the Medical Examiner, Cook County of Cook, Illinois, did the death autopsy on September the 10th at 10 a.m. by Kirsten Howell and supervised by Kristen Escobar.
Yeah, nowhere in that report do you see a male's name. So who the hell was she talking to?
So that is indicative of the fact, as to what I was saying, that there was a ritual that had taken place.
And this dumbass is talking about satanic rituals.
Yes. And she had cuts on her back. It looked as if someone took whips and whipped her back.
And then they're running around the Crown Plaza with whips.
And her legs, and on the inner side of her thighs, it was raw. It was like, it looked like somebody poured grease or something and it ate up her skin.
And now they pour grease on her. It's always something new with these frauds.
People in the chat room has a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
If you want to entertain the questions, you may.
Sure.
This should be good.
So one of the questions that Randomnews has is, what is... Okay, now see, Random, if you're going to continue with the funny emojis and all of this nefarious shit, I'm going to block your ass.
You never know when I'm going to pop out with my nefarious emojis.
So Randomnews had asked, what is your boss' full name?
His name Dr. Ruggie.
They wanted you to say the doctor's name again?
Dr. Ruggie.
So is Ruggie his full name? I asked for the full name and she said that bullshit. And you know your girl Chloe wasn't going to let her get away with that one.
I went searching all over the United States. And not just in Chicago, but all over the United States. There is only one Dr. Ruggie in the whole United States of America. And that is a Dr. George Edward Ruggie. And he's out of New York. And he's a chiropractor.
A chiropractor that does autopsies in his spare time.
I'm not getting on here just to be saying I have proof. I have pictures. I have notes that I have from her case, from the autopsy report and everything that I have.
I swear the more I watch this, the more I'm starting to think this is a Just 33 King production. Because they say what he says like word for word.
Her mom had an insurance policy, and this is what I have. It's right over there on the table, and I want to show it so bad, but I can't. I don't want to lose that connection because there's supposed to be more information coming to me. You know what I'm saying? And stay tuned to that.
See what I mean? These clowns always claim to have all this exclusive info, but when it comes time to show it, they always try to leave you on a cliffhanger. But I bet your girl, since she works at the examiner's office, won't leave you hanging.
Send it to my Facebook page.
Okay. Well, I will have to send that to you tomorrow because all of the files and everything is at my office at the medical examiner.
You thought you were going to get some actual proof, didn't you? Come on, you know the routine by now.
Yeah, see, when I was talking about this case, and I sat down and I prayed about it, and I asked God for eagle eyes. He gave me eagle eyes. And when I started to see in my spirit, God showed me what had taken place with Kanika Jenkins.
And if you watch the last video, you'll know you can't get one over on old eagle eyes.
And I said that this was a satanic ritual that had played out. And sure enough, you're here to confirm everything that I had spoken on about this case.
Yeah, because he paid her to do so. That's why he started the video off saying,
body that is being decomposed on the gurney, as we can see in the kitchen.
Because he knew he was going to have this goofy come on here with this so-called new narrative.
And then the crazy thing about it is, like, when I tried to tell the other YouTubers, I try to talk about it, they thought that, oh, she's just lying, or she's just somebody that's trolling on my channel.
And most of those goofies believe in shadow people and ghosts, and they won't even believe her bullshit story.
A lot of people didn't believe that I got receipts, but I told them I got connections with people. I got a lot of information that they don't even have.
Receipts. This is the same dude that says he has Kanika's death on videotape, yet he still hasn't shown it to anybody.
And so now God has sent you here to confirm everything that I have been speaking on for the past month or so.
I don't think God sent her there. I think he confused that with Cash App.
People don't understand when your child gets shot or something in Chicago, and the first thing they ask is your child an organ donor? Tell them no. Because regardless if you tell them no or anything, they still can take your child organs.
How fucking goofy does this bitch sound? If they're gonna take the organs no matter what you say, well, how would you even waste your breath telling them not to do it?
Because I have seen this myself, and I'm not making this up. I have seen this.
Now, if she claims she still works there, that means she's been complicit and an accomplice to organ trafficking, right? What a fucking goofy.
They're killing these young boys and young girls for their organs.
And again, if we're gonna play along with this bullshit, then this goofy helped them do it, right?
I just haven't really said nothing to anyone because when I try to talk to someone about it, they think I'm crazy or they think I'm just making things up.
Yeah, because you have to be a real dumbass to believe any of this shit. Instead of her taking this info to the police, to get justice, she brought it to your boy Ed because he got eagle eyes.
So let me say this to Random News. I'm going to tell you one last time, sir. Be respectful to anybody who is on my platform. I don't need you to come in my chat room with all of the negative press and stuff.
See, when you come in this chat asking for real facts, your boy starts to get big mad.
If you guys don't believe her, you guys go and do your research yourselves. But listen to her, let her speak. I gave each and every last one of you an opportunity to come on my live and share your narrative. You did not, but she is. So now, if anybody has all of this negative stuff to say, and I see it after I just said this, I'm going to block you. Now, sit back, be quiet, and listen. If you don't have anything good to say, I'm going to block you.
Your boy's tone completely different than what it was in the beginning of the video, right?
I promise you, I won't scream and holler at things. I will just hear you out.
And that just goes to prove
that I'm flip-flopping.
I say this. I'm there. I am there in the medical office. Whether you believe me or not, I'm there. Okay? I have nothing to hide.
Nothing but her credentials and all the evidence she claimed to have.
There are two parts to this place. There's two parts. Now, if you say, for instance, if you got shot up real bad, they take you in the back. They take your body in the back. And once you go to the back, you have room A and you have room B. Now, the only thing I can tell you is that that's where they do the examiners in. Room A and room B.
Ma'am, just stop. You're embarrassing yourself, Edward, and the entire community.
It's like your boy Ed and his girl got caught in another lie.
Let me show you what's been going on in the medical examiner's office of Cook County.
About 70% of Illinois' COVID-19 deaths are in Cook County. As a result of the pandemic, the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office opened an off-site morgue to deal with a surge of deaths. That 66,000 square foot refrigerated morgue has the capacity to hold more than 2,000 bodies. The Medical Examiner's Office has also deployed 12 refrigerator trailers to help hospitals ease overcrowding at hospital morgues. Here to talk about these grim realities is Cook County Chief Medical Examiner, Dr. Pony Arunkumar.
Okay, so since this was in 2020, all girls should be aware of this. And yes, that is the head medical examiner in charge. She was the one in charge when Kanika passed away. But, COVID's been going on for almost 3 years now. So why is she talking about they put people in room A and room B? No, they don't. They don't do the autopsies in little rooms unless they are contagious with some kind of thing like this virus.
What they do with the organs, I don't know. I really don't know. I know that they have taken organs and they have told me and another co-worker that the organs was being donated to science for some of the science thing, I guess.
She really just had the science thing. If anybody thinks a woman has any medical training at all, they're a bunch of fucking goofies.
Because I think I asked you a question. I asked you, I said, was that girl in the freezer, was that the same girl that was on the gurney?
Hold up, you work at the medical examiner's office. You were there when they brought her body in, but you gotta ask Edward?
And at this point, the majority of his chat saw right through this bullshit, and they started letting him have it. And your boy went off.
I had just told you, if you come into the chat room with all of the nefarious shit, then you will be blocked. Anybody else come in and be negative towards this young lady while she's giving her narrative, you will be blocked. Now, I asked many of you to come on the live and share your narrative. You chose not to. So I don't need for people to come onto the live to be negative towards her. If you don't believe her, you do your own research. It is no reason for you to come in here and be negative. Sit back, relax, shut the fuck up and listen and learn something. That's all you need to do, because a lot of you did not chime in when I gave you the opportunity. So don't come in with all of this nefarious shit now. We all are trying to learn something. This is one of the reasons why I choose not to share a lot of the content and stuff, because I knew it was going to be shit like this that's going to happen.
Yeah, the content he's talking about is the tape he claimed to have found on the dark web of Kanika being murdered. And this is just another excuse for him not to show it.
I went on YouTube and, I was just on YouTube looking around. And then I seen, what's his name? Trey Game.
As if she didn't have credibility as it was. Once you heard his name, you know she's full of shit. And when you're getting info from the mass moron, you know you're doing bad. His video will be coming soon. Stay tuned for it.
I seen his video, and he said that this was Kanika Jenkins, and she died at the Rosemont, the Crown Plaza, and her body was found in the freezer. So I'm like, wait a minute. So not knowing that, I'm like, wait a minute. So if that was Kanika Jenkins, her picture, when I seen her picture and I seen her laying in the freezer, I said to myself, that wasn't the girl who they brought to the morgue, to the medical exam. That wasn't her.
That's right, people. For 4 years, she couldn't remember shit. But she watched one Trey Game video and it all came back to her. I swear the case brings out some of the biggest goofies on the planet.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this live right now. Give me about 30 minutes. I will be home, and then I will be on my computer, and then I will have more access to be able to do the things that I need to do to block the people.
This is the same dude that tells everybody all the time.
If you really got some important news to say about this goddamn case, bring your ass on here and then say it.
But as soon as you don't agree with his narrative, your boy starts hitting the block button.
And I will come back on with the live, and I am going to block Randomnews and then any other nefarious person who's going to be with this nefarious crap.
So your boy Ed likes to call you nefarious when you bring facts and not bullshit.
And Nosy Bug, if you continue to keep promoting Randomnews, I am going to block your ass as well.
Why is he so mad? You would think your boy would be able to turn the other cheek since.
For the record, I'm a minister.
I have already given him fair warning, and I have told him to stop the shit, and he wouldn't. So you continue to promote him, I'm going to block your ass as well.
Looks like I'm getting everybody in trouble. But since we got to wait for Ed to get home so he can block everybody, I'm going to go roll up a blunt. And
we'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
In today's world, things could be hard. depression could take over. But just know, when there's no hope, God sent you an eagle to guide you back to the light. Get up, people. Grab your Bibles, because it's time to praise the Lord. As we tune into the
Edward Joseph Gospel Hour,
come stomp your feet as you hear Edward Joseph, a man of God, give you the word from the man himself.
Peoples, you can sit here and you can play like you are goddamn stupid if you want to.
And there's no need to do that when you can cleanse your soul of sin and testify.
I used to come home drunk from school, laying up with men, out there prostituting, having oral sex with my mouth, licking in balls. I seen them.
If any motherfucker cannot get this shit and can't understand this right now, get the fuck out of here.
Or dance your happy ass over to that TV and tune in to hear about some of the miracles that Edward has performed.
Y'all, I've been running from warrants for almost 10 years, and my fingerprint came back clear on Monday. I don't have a record no more.
And if you don't believe in miracles after that, then
I don't even know what the fuck are you in here for if you can't see this clearly in your goddamn face.
So tune into the
Edward Joseph Gospel Hour,
because
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
I am really surprised in many in this chat room.
If you can't tell, your boy's still BIGMAD.
For all of the times that I have been on YouTube, I have never seen a bunch of disrespectful people in all of my days.
I think this clown really needs to look in the mirror.
This young lady did not have to come on to the live. She did not have to come in and share any content whatsoever, but yet the total disrespect that many of you have given while she was on live is just atrocious.
Yeah, you all should be ashamed of yourselves.
This young lady came on and she was giving you some major receipts, some major facts about this case.
And again, she's shown you not one receipt whatsoever.
And then for all of you to come on and trying to debunk this girl without even listening to what she has to say, it just won't happen in here, people.
Remember, he said that because that statement's not going to age too well.
Don't try to come in now and trying to debunk people or trying to come in with this nefarious crap that you guys were saying. I will block each and every one of your asses.
Oh, please don't do us any favors, bro.
I got access to everything now, and I will block a nigga right now with the quickness.
For the record, I'm a minister.
The other day when Edward had his live, that's when I asked the question. I said, the girl in the freezer, is that the same girl on the gurney? Because they kept saying that was Kanika Jenkins. And I'm like, if she's Kanika Jenkins, then who is the girl on the gurney? Because the girl we got, that wasn't the girl in the freezer.
And that just fucked up your boy Ed's narrative. That goes against everything he just said.
Well, it is sad to say, and I must say, and I have to respectfully disagree.
And just like always, there's trouble in paradise. The whole story's breaking down.
The girl in the freezer is Kanika Jenkins.
Okay.
How's she just going to easily agree with him? Isn't she the one that saw the body firsthand?
She was decomposed. They had brought her in a decomposed state. It is just exactly what I had stated, is that they took the pictures of her while she was lying in state in the freezer. They took her down to the morgue to extract her organs and whatnot. And then they brought her back to the establishment for the ritual that they had performed.
See how these frauds always stumble over each other? Now, if he wasn't even there to see the body and she claimed she was, why would you believe him over her, right?
As you can see, this is the results of the ritual that was performed on her body. So it goes with everything that I had said. And you're just basically just confirming all of the things that I had said.
How is she confirming anything if they literally just disagreed with each other?
So they must have did an autopsy on her already.
If they took her to do a satanic ritual, why would they do an autopsy?
They did do an autopsy prior to them bringing her to you.
And you would think at any point he would have told you who they were who did this mysterious autopsy.
Okay.
Because in the
awkward silence when they can't come up with a lie.
With this, there's a lot of stuff that they have done that the police had already covered up.
That's another classic J for pay move. When the bullshit that you're spewing has no logical explanation, just say the cops covered it up.
If she was already cut open to where it looked like she had already had an autopsy, I didn't understand why we had to do a second one on her. And then, of course, my boss, he just said, well, it's not for you to understand.
And since she claims she still works for this person, then the question still needs to be asked, why hasn't she gone to the cops, right?
So did you all perform an autopsy on her?
I don't know if I wasn't in the room when they did. I know they took her to the back, but I don't know if they did one on her or not.
What does she mean she doesn't know? She literally just came on here and told everybody.
I have proof. I have pictures. I have notes that I have from her case, from the autopsy report and everything that I have.
But now she doesn't know if they did an autopsy or not. But trust me, her story's about to break down even worse.
Because I guess when I was asking a lot of questions about her body, they told me, well, don't worry about it. We got it. Why don't you go and take a lunch break?
What? Now she was at lunch when all this went down? So how'd she see anything?
Because you were asking questions about her body and things, yeah, they were going to get you out the way to where they are able to do the things that they needed to do to cover up this case.
More like your boy Ed trying to cover up her lie, because none of that makes any sense.
So another person had asked, what day did you all see the body?
You're going to love this shit.
Oh.
And if you haven't noticed, your boy Ed really should silence his phone, because you can hear him texting her the answers in the background.
This was...
See what I mean about that awkward silence when they can't come up with a lie? Now, if she was there, she should just know, right? She shouldn't have to think this hard. And there's Ed to the rescue with the answer.
2017, the beginning of September.
And it looks like Ed wasn't fast enough with the text because she got that completely wrong. Now watch how this completely breaks down.
That first week of September.
There's that awkward silence again because your boy Ed knows they fucked up. Now watch this shit.
It was kind of busy.
They were kind of busy. This woman just said that she had documents and everything, but now they were kind of busy.
So the first week of, so it had to be after the,
These two idiots just lied themselves into a corner. Watch how awkward this shit gets.
So so the party came on the 9th, and they didn't discover the body until the 10th.
And now these idiots just debunked themselves. And this was the dumbass that said in the beginning,
don't try to come in now and try to debunk people.
Yeah, your boy needs to take his own advice because he's doing a pretty good job of it himself.
Well, like I said, it was the beginning of September because we had,
Yeah, she just realized she fucked up. This awkward silence, like I said.
I know we had 2 other people that had got shot.
Yeah, and what the fuck does that got to do with anything? Your girl putting those dancing shoes on again. Watch this shit.
So it was kind of busy around that time. And then kind of like at the end of August, I had lost my mom in 2017.
Now she's trying to come up with anything she can to get the subject changed.
I had took that week off because I had lost my mom.
Okay, so
I guess your boy Ash should have hit the screen before he pulled up that calendar.
So the beginning of
your boy's looking like a moron in HD.
Well, that
it's like his brain is glitching, trying to figure out a way to cover up this lie. And this awkward silence is just fucking hilarious.
Okay, so the beginning of September starts on a Friday. And then the party was on the second week, which was on the 9th. And then the body wasn't discovered until the 10th, which will be the beginning of the third week.
Yeah, it sounds a lot different than
that first week of September.
Say hello to the goof troop.
So could they have brought another person and not that body?
That's what I'm saying. Because everybody, what confused me was when they kept saying that the girl in the freezer was Kanika. But the body that they brought in, they were saying that her name was Kanika Jenkins, and that they found her in a hotel. But they didn't never say she was in a freezer. They just said they found her body in a hotel. So when I seen what's his name, Trey Game, when I seen his video and I seen the picture of Kanika, and then they kept saying that was Kanika's Jenkins. So I'm thinking that it was another girl named Kanika Jenkins.
So now she wants you to believe that was another girl that just so happened to die at a hotel named Kanika. She just didn't die in the freezer. These have to be two of the dumbest people on the planet.
You know, this is you're bringing out some very interesting points, and I'm not saying that I don't believe you, because I do believe you, but what you're bringing out is something that really is kind of like, man, because of the simple fact that what you're saying, it doesn't line up with what we see, but then again, what we see may not be actually what we see.
Make that dumb shit make sense. This goofy's trying to save this bullshit lie any way he can.
Maybe that was the real Kanika Jenkins that was brought in, and all of this stuff of what they said that had happened, it didn't happen on the day that it happened.
Well, that's not going to work to cover it up, because if that was the case, this woman could not have seen a decomposing face at all.
So you are probably busting this thing out wide open, something that we never did even know.
Oh, wow.
She really just said, oh, wow. These people are fucking frauds.
So that be the case, then that must be the young lady, Antonia Evans, that everybody was talking about. And they're saying that was Kanika Jenkins.
And this is a perfect example of somebody that's been brainwashed on YouTube. Because when you got to go to a chosen king theory to try to fix your narrative, you know you're doing bad.
Hi, my name is Barbara J. Evans /Cook. My daughter's name is Antonia Lavette Evans.
And trust me, we're getting to this story soon, so you better have a bunch of shit rolled up.
It could be.
She just said it could be. And since we all know that story's fake, there goes her credibility again.
It could be. I just know that the girl that they brought in on the gurney was not the girl in the freezer.
The way she don't fuck the story up, she don't know what the fuck she knows.
They want you to say more about Dr. Ruggie. Can you explain who he is and his expertise?
His expertise. This shit is classic.
Well, I do know that he's a white guy. He's older.
This shit is not sounding too convincing at all.
He do be, and the only time he comes to the medical examiner, you can find him there if they give you any information on him.
How dumb does she sound? If he worked there, his information should be public record.
They want to know his full name.
Finally, we get to find out who the mysterious Dr. Ruggie is. Grab a pad and pencil to get the name, people.
Well, I don't know his full name.
So she been working for this dude since 2017. She still works for him right now, apparently, and she doesn't know his full name? Come on, people.
That totally makes sense. I totally believe you, ma'am. This is bullshit of what they were saying about Kenneka Jenkins died on the 7th.
What the fuck is he talking about? He was the only one saying that shit, and he literally just said it at the beginning of this video.
They did the review upon the death photos, and the death photos shown that the pictures was taken the night of the 7th.
This goofy's just debunking himself. He's doing my job for me.
We have nefarious people in here, and I'm already saying now, this is one of the reasons why I don't even share the videos that I have, nor the pictures that I have, because people would just go and take things and just be nefarious with it.
No, the reason he doesn't share the bullshit is because the shit don't exist.
People, I have already brought receipts. I told you that I had contacts and things. None of you believed me. None of you wanted to come on live and stuff. So at this point now, I really don't give a fuck what anybody else say.
Yeah, and that's what the frauds say when they know for a fact that they can't back shit they ever set up.
We know for a fact, well, at least I know for a fact, Kenneka Jenkins has been raped, sodomized, and beaten and murdered, because I have that video.
Just don't ever expect him to come out and show it to anybody.
You guys have literally proved to me why I just can't share a lot of shit with many of you, because of the nefarious shit that you guys are doing right now. Some of you are rocking with me, but the rest of the people, fuck you.
Yeah, at this point, nobody was really rocking with the story. You couldn't convince a lunatic to believe this shit. I'm not even joking. Lord Footage showed up, and he called your boy Ed out. And this dude believed Kenneka got ate by a huge snake.
Whoever did this to her, they just did like a straight cut from the neck to the stomach. And it was just a one straight line.
Man, this bitch can't keep her story straight. Now she's telling you Kenneka just had one straight line, right? But before she said...
Did they already did an autopsy on her? Because where you cut from side to side and then a long line down the middle?
Man, these people are fucking frauds. But light them up now, because the interaction you're about to see between her and Lord Footage is classic.
The lady says she's an examiner, and you examined Kenneka?
No, I didn't examine her.
What did you exactly say you did? It seemed like you had said that.
And there's that awkward silence again. This shit is fucking classic.
Hello?
I'm here.
Yeah, it seemed like you said that you examined her.
I didn't say I was the medical examiner. I'm a medical examiner assistant. Big difference.
Yeah, your girl's deflecting again, trying to dance around the question.
Okay, so you ran across her body and you was there helping. Come on, man.
Yeah.
What's taking you so long to answer? It shouldn't be hard.
I don't have to answer to you. I don't have to answer to you.
You was bragging about what you...
And just like your boy Ed, when confronted, none of these frauds want to answer any questions.
I'm not bragging about anything.
Listen,
You're the one who's sitting up here telling.
When you come in, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. Don't try to pull this one. I ain't one of them type of people that you gonna start saying you ain't gotta talk to, you ain't gotta answer questions. No, ma'am. You on here talking about Kanika and what you know and what you did done.
Yeah, this woman sounds more like a 12-year-old and less like a medical examiner's assistant.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You done did your talking online. Now somebody coming at you and you don't want to talk. No. You under the microscope now. You are on that platter. No. You on the platter now, just like Kanika, and you being examined.
And you see your boy Ads letting this girl get thrown under the bus because he don't come on when dudes on his live. He only likes to yell and get loud when there's only females on.
I'm done talking to you.
Why are you deflecting? Why are you deflecting? Why are you talking to you? Why you won't let me talk?
I'm done talking to you. I'm done talking to you. I'm done talking to you. I'm done talking to you.
Be quiet and let me talk. Let me talk to you. You be quiet and let me talk. Shut up, ma'am, and let me talk to you. What do you have to hide? What do you have to hide?
She trying to hide the fact that she's full of shit.
Shut up! Shut up! You've been on here talking about. Listen, man. You've been on here talking about you examining Kanika's body. Now you don't want to answer the question. Now you saying you ain't examine nobody. You was just the look. It don't matter if you was the assistant or not. Question is, you said you stood right there next to her body, right? Right? You won't hear about you being concerned about what happened to Kanika, right? Ma'am, you a big lie.
And that's literally the first accurate thing I've ever heard Lord Footage say.
It's been almost 5 years. And you just now want to say something about Kanika. Ma'am, you're a lie. We've been talking about Kanika. We've been talking about Kanika almost 5 years. And you want to come out the blue and say that you examined her body, but you didn't know it was Kanika at the time. So when you found out that it was Kanika, why you didn't run to the internet then? No, ma'am. Why you didn't run to the internet once you knew it was Kanika? Shut the fuck up! You look, this how y'all do online to get over. This how y'all get over on folks try to talk over people who come and try to put the fire to y'all ass. No, man. I got the fire to your ass.
I swear these goofies are a constant source of entertainment.
Listen, ma'am, if you examined her and didn't know who she was, and then you found out who she was, why is you just now, just about 5 years later, coming to the internet every day? If you examine her, why you ain't sleep right now to be working on the next victim tomorrow? Ma'am, you're a big lie. Y'all on here lying. You're working up shit. Ma'am, if you knew it, you would be dealing with the police, not YouTube. You would not be on YouTube, ma'am. Y'all would be dealing with the police. But then you got this stupid ass Ed Weirdo.
Ed Weirdo. What a perfect name.
Wholesome ass dude, raping little dolls, talking about that's what happened to Kanika. Come on, man. You'll be dealing with the police and not no YouTube. Shut your stupid ass up, man. Shut your ass up. You been on here talking and you won't even let nobody talk. Man, you a fucking lie. You a big lie, man. You a big lie, man. You a big lie, man. It's been almost 5 years and you just now want to talk about it. If you didn't know who she was when you seen her, when you found out, why would you wait till now and come on a weirdo's page talking?
I swear I never get tired of seeing these weirdos expose themselves when put under pressure.
You didn't go to Tiffany, you didn't go to Jess, you didn't go to Rubber TV, you didn't go to you didn't go to Rick, you didn't go to Miss Crenshaw, you ain't went to nobody with none of this when you found out that it was Kanika. So you stood next to Kanika, you didn't know it was her. Once you found out it was her, you didn't come to the internet then, but now you want to come to the internet. Now your job will still be on the line, but you won't here talking shit about what goes on at your job. If you can't tell us what happened to Kanika, you can't tell us about Kanika, then how can you be talking now? Man, I slap the shit out of you. And I don't even hit women, but I slap the shit out of your line, man.
I'm like literally crying right now.
Why is y'all out here for clout? You don't even shut up and let the world hear me. You just showing how much of an asshole you are. You a big lie. You're not even being professional. You're not even being professional. A professional examiner wouldn't even be talking right now. They wouldn't even be talking right now. Why are you trying to shut down my voice? Why are you trying to shut down my voice?
Nothing. You don't know nothing about me. Nothing.
Well, it would probably help people to know about her if she showed some credentials, right?
Prove it. Prove you. Prove who you are. Prove who you are. Prove who you are, man.
You haven't done anything. You haven't saw anything. Come on, please.
What they got to do with your job? What they got to do with your job? What they got to do with your job? What they got to do with your job?
Anything to you.
Ma'am, can you shut up? Can you shut up?
Isn't it funny when these frauds come out here talking like,
I have nothing to hide.
but as soon as you confront them, all they want to do is hide.
Can you shut up? This ain't your channel. Can you shut up? Can you shut up? Can you shut up? This not even your page. Can you shut up?
Come make me shut up.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. I need you to shut up so I can talk so the people can hear me.
I'm done talking to you. I'm done talking to you.
This ain't your page. Shut your stupid ass up.
You're
shut your stupid ass. Bitch, you the one who wrote it. You an examiner that examined Kanika, and ain't nobody paying you no attention. I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why. You know so much about what you did to Kanika body. You ready to almost fire. Shut up! Shut up! Will you shut up?
Nothing.
Will you shut up?
You don't mean anything to me at all because you don't know me.
And now they kick Lloyd footage out of the chat. Your boy Ed decided to start acting like a tough guy.
Just because you guys don't agree with what she's saying, I don't give a fuck. You guys ask for information, she is giving you information. She doesn't have to do what she's doing. But while she's doing what she's doing, I need you guys to shut the fuck up and listen. You know, shut the fuck up and listen. I gave each and every one of you an opportunity to come online, to share your goddamn narrative, to share whatever it is that you guys wanted to show and stuff. Nobody wanted to come on the live. So shut the fuck up.
See how tough your boy gets once he blocks everybody from his chat? And who's he yelling at?
But now, if you don't like what the fuck that is going on in this chat room, you get the fuck out of here. This is exactly why I don't even show the shit that I be wanting to show, because I knew it was going to be shit like this. Every goddamn troll is in this motherfucking chat right now. And everybody got some goddamn thing to say. People, we don't know the fuck if this is really Kanika Jenkins or not.
Really? So now that this bullshit story's been completely exposed, now he doesn't know if it's Kanika or not. After sitting here this whole time saying shit like,
See how God works in mysterious ways? Now we have a person who literally confirmed that is Kanika.
The girl in the freezer is Kanika Jenkins.
Okay.
I know for a fact Kanika Jenkins has been raped, sodomized, and beaten and murdered, because I have that video.
but as soon as you get these frauds to expose their own story, his whole story changes up.
But we don't know the fuck if this is really Kanika Jenkins or not.
Yeah, but we know for sure that this dude's a whole fucking goofy. But don't think just because this story got exposed that your boy don't got something up his sleeve. Cause like I always say, can't keep a good fraud down. And if you go over to his page right now, you'll see this bullshit.
When we take a look at the body that was in the casket, it looks so preserved. And I'm trying to figure out, was there super juice that was done and administered to the body of the fake Kanika Jenkins for her to look so preserved in that funeral casket? Or was it a mummy?
No, at this point, it's safe to say that it's just the ramblings of a whole goofy. But we'll save that story for another video. And with that, that's where I'm going to end this one. I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to help the channel out, hit that Cash App, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
That's my daughter in that freezer and in that casket. Now, as far as Miss Teresa is concerned, she's a liar. She know good and well that's my daughter in that casket, and that's my daughter in that freezer.